Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Wilson, rolling to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, this is Kamara.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Winston now toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st
touchdown. That's caught at the 2. Traquan Smith from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. This is Homer. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Wilson, escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. From the 45 on 2nd down. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 17 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points. Might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Rolling to his right. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Returning right back to Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 38 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Kamara's got the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not.
And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. To throw is Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Homer. Room past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run this with Homer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Flush to his right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Busts through the tackle. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Winston now from the 50. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Sliding out of the pocket. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Rolling to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's caught. Block it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run with Penning. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 102 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.